What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of From the Green Room. I'm your host, Brian. This time in the green room with me is Grant from the band Pray for Sleep. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
Awesome. I'm doing pretty good. It's only Tuesday, so if it was Friday, I'd be doing a lot better. But hey, we got to get through each day of the week. Thanks for stopping by and sitting down with us to chat, man. Appreciate it. Taking some time out to stop by and chat with us in the green room. Um, I think earlier this month you guys dropped your latest single called Shade. Tell us about that single.
Yeah, so that's our first single, first piece of music that we've released in like 3 years, I think. We tried to pull out all the stops with it, got the fancy video and all that stuff going with it.
Right.
It's been awesome to see the reception of, new music for the first time in a while. We're really happy with it. We've been working on the song for got like 3 years at this point, just had things floating around and bits that we've been working on. So to finally get to a point where it's out and released, it's been really awesome and exciting. Just want to kind of slightly more us direction than some of the previous music that we've put out.
Mm-hmm.
So I know the band as a whole, we're real excited and getting to be kind of a part of that whole process has been a ton of fun.
Awesome. Tell us a little bit about what the song's about.
So lyrically, I mean, the song kind of follows the sort of internal dialogue, a struggle between sort of overcoming sort of past failures and past mistakes. There's a bit of in the verses a back and forth almost between sort of a old self versus new self, kind of trying to get past and defeat the shade of the person that you used to be. Deals a bit with sort of regret and shame of mistakes, but also the will to kind of to overcome that and to fight for it and to be a better person, as growing and learning and life happens.
Awesome, awesome. Um, I read a little bit about in the press release that you guys are big on mental health awareness, and you guys have a program with local Ohio schools called Scream Back Campaign. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I mean, mental health has been something that's been a big focus for us as a band since the beginning. Lyrically, and it shows. We try to talk about it. Our mantra for a while has been "We are not alone." Just making sure that people know that they're seen and heard, and there is always hope for a better tomorrow kind of mentality. That program that we did, we got a chance before the pandemic to do, to partner with a couple of schools here in Central Ohio. We put on, tried to bring mental health awareness into schools with something kind of unique, um, bringing in some music and then a live performance and kind of intermingling that with, talks and discussions about our personal experiences, sharing stories, and kind of just encouraging, the students at the schools to be open and honest with one another, and to seek help when they need it and to reach out when they see their friends struggling. um, got a chance to hear some really cool stories from some kids and to you know feel like we were kind of doing something a little more interesting than but
Right. That's awesome, man. It's good to see bands giving back to the community and stuff like that. And that's a big thing, big topic in mental health and making sure people are mentally doing good and stuff. It's hard nowadays. So, I mean, like with all the pandemic stuff that happened and stuff like that. So, But like most bands during the pandemic, you couldn't tour or play live shows. So how did you guys utilize that time?
Yeah, in the beginning it was really tough, trying to figure out ways that we could work when we're kind of in separate spaces was a pretty a rough adjustment to make. Kind of found things that work for us eventually. We spent a lot of time working on writing new music, trying to get, you know, just as much content put together and songs as we could. And towards the later parts of it, we did a couple of like excuse me, a couple of like live stream shows and
Right.
um, doing that kind of thing. Just trying to still stay engaged with fans and talking to people. As well as trying to be productive with our time. We were able to work and save up and buy a van for ourselves so that
Awesome.
as things are kind of opening back up, we're
Right.
ready to hit the road. But yeah, a little bit of time spent kind of just twiddling our thumbs at the beginning, trying to figure out what the next steps were going to be. But trying to make the most of whatever time was available for sure.
For sure. I just did a lot of chores around the house because my wife had a list for me. She's a nurse, so she still worked. So, um,
Yeah.
new singles out. What's next for you guys to finish out 2023 and looking into 2024?
I know at the moment we have a couple more songs that are recorded and we're working on, release schedules and getting everything put together to put out a few more singles by the end of the year. Working on putting together some shows as well. A couple we're looking for some here in Columbus. A couple looking at probably doing like a week-long run sometime towards the start of the fall here regionally, hitting up
Okay.
other Ohio cities and some neighboring states. So just kind of trying to keep rolling, get ourselves out there a little bit more, play some shows, get some new music out, and roll with that momentum.
Awesome, man. Where can we find out what is going on with the Pray for Sleep and where you guys are going to be at, and as well as where can we find the new single Shade at?
So links to everything that we have are going to be on our website. It's just prayforsleep.com. It's got links to all our social medias where we're going to be posting about shows and writing process and all of that stuff is there.
Okay.
We've got t-shirts and merchandise on there. We've got show calendars with everything we've got coming up. Links to our Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music, wherever you listen to music. I think Deezer's a new thing.
Never even heard of that one,
All
but
of that stuff is going to be on there as well. Yeah, so that's kind of your one-stop shop for anything Pray for Sleep. It's just going to be the band website.
awesome, awesome, man. My guest again has been Grant of Pray for Sleep. New single out, Shade. Check it out on all your popular streaming platforms and probably some you never even heard of. And check them out on social media. You can find all that information on their website at prayforsleep.com. And all that will, of course, be in the video description. Grant, thank you so much for stopping by. It's been a great time, man, talking to you. And hopefully you'll get to catch a show if you guys do a regional run and come over to Pierre's or somewhere.
Absolutely, man. Thanks for having me. Hopefully we make it out your way soon.
Anytime, man. Just let me know.